What is up, everybody? Good morning, y'all. Welcome. So we got ourselves quite the day tomorrow. It looks like severe weather-wise. Actually, it's starting now. Um, look at the radar this morning. You can actually see we do have a little bit of storm activity popping off. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma City here today, or as of right now, I should say. Let's go ahead and pause that. Where's this at? Or what's this for, I should say. This is for penny hail and 60 mile per hour. Holy cow, it's moving northeast at 70 miles an hour. That is actually crazy here. But anyway, so yeah, we have some storms popping off here this morning. A little bit of severe weather is also possible today. You know what? They actually increased today's risk now to a slight risk here. Holy cow, here, let's turn on our settlement settings here. Let's go back over here. Where is it? There we go. But yeah, now we actually have a level 2 slight risk here for today. So that includes Oklahoma City, Norman, Tulsa, even goes all the way up to Joplin, Missouri here for today. Let's see here. Tornado probability. We have a 5% chance for tornadoes here. Holy cow. You know what? We might need to do some coverage today, actually. I mean, we have a pretty big tornado threat today. Yeah, big old 2%. Let's see here. What's up, Dusty? Good to see you. Saying, what about Alabama? Well, today, Alabama's in the clear. A couple storms are possible, given we have a thunderstorm threat here. But tomorrow, Alabama needs to be on the lookout, because we do have a pretty good severe weather threat here. Level 2 threat out by Birmingham. Tuscaloosa, some of those areas here, definitely a pretty big risk here tomorrow, which, tomorrow as well, we do have a 5% tornado threat here. So, yeah, I mean, actually, like I said, today, they literally just upgraded the risk here today. This is literally fresh news here coming up. We have a level 2 threat now for today for Oklahoma, a little bit of southwest Missouri for Joplin. What's up, Tabletop? Nothing going on for you, dude. I mean, as of right now, day 3 has the risk west of you. I mean, you can see, so we go today, right? So today we have the risk here through the Midwest. Tomorrow we have the main risk for the Southeast, which tomorrow's going to be the biggest day. And then day 3, the day after tomorrow, we have another level 1 threat, but it does extend through a lot of the Southeast here. You're good. As of right now, you being in Wilmington, you're not in the risk area here per se, even for day after tomorrow. So, what's up, Misty? Good to see ya. What's up, Patricia? Saying hello from Calvert City, Kentucky. What's up? Good to see ya. What's up, Peachy? Saying hi, Andrew. I'm going to be on and off today. I have I have to moderate for someone else. Apologize for the inconvenience. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's good to see ya. Let's see here. Misty says, how's Missouri looking today? So they actually added Missouri into the threat. So majority of Missouri is under at least a level 1 severe weather threat today. So we do have a pretty good threat here overall here. Let me actually, what we're going to do? I'm going to swap things here. We're going to move this radar over here. I'm just going to do this because it's easier for me to have this one up here as our main one. Anyway, so yeah, for today we do have a level 1 marginal risk here, which includes a lot of Missouri here, including like St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield. The tornado threat is for a lot of central and southern Missouri. You can see we do have a chance for maybe an isolated tornado or two being possible, for the central southern side of Missouri here. We know that actually extends all the way up into Illinois, out by Springfield. I mean, today's tornado threat even is pretty big, actually. We do have a damaging wind threat here, 5% chance for damaging winds across the brown, which could, give us some damaging wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour. The yellow is a 15% chance, so we're, timesing that by 3. And then, of course, lastly, our hail threat today. Our hail threat's pretty low for the most part. Missouri's not really in the hail threat. I mean, Joplin is right on the edge of that 5% chance for hail, which, we could see some small hail events of, upwards of 1 inch or, a little bit greater possibly. But the main hail threat for today is going to be for like Oklahoma, for the most part, like Oklahoma City, Tulsa, whatnot. So, anyway, so that's that. But yeah, Missouri does need to be on the lookout for today. But today, the main threat, like I said, is going to be here in the yellow, which is that level 2 threat here for severe weather, which, is kind of going on right now. I don't know why there you go. I was going to say my marker wasn't showing anything. There we go. Well, yeah, we do have a, severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for central Oklahoma right now, which this is for Oklahoma City. The warning, let's see here. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts on it. We could see some small hail, maybe up to penny-size hail, 0.75 inches in diameter. But other than that, yeah, it's mostly just a wind threat here for this storm here. But look at the movement of this thing. This is what kind of really made me like, whoa. Moving northeast at 70 miles an hour, dude. 70 miles per hour. That's how fast the storm's moving. So it's a moving. It's definitely moving. Let's see here. What's up, Joplin? Good to see you. Saying good morning, folks. Good morning to you. Let's see here. That line of storms is starting to organize slowly. Yeah, no, it's looking pretty good, actually. You can see, a decent line here. It's getting ready to... Actually, it already passed Wichita Falls here a little bit ago. But, yeah, it's a moving. And, like I said, if you guys are just tuning in here, we actually got some big news here. The SPC, Storm Prediction Center, they actually upped the risk today. We were mostly going to be talking about tomorrow in this stream, but I think we might even need some coverage today, so I might do that later on. But yeah, we do have a level 2 slight risk here for today, which includes Oklahoma City, Tulsa area. Once again, 5% chance for tornadoes here, so we got to look out for that. 15% jam. I say jamming. 15% damaging wind threat here. For potential gusts between 60 and 70 miles an hour, and of course, lastly, our hail threat, which is a small 5% chance here. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, free thinking. Thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it, my friend. That's really nice of you. Saying, hey, Andrew, anything for me to worry about this weekend? Let me look. Thank you once again for the 5. That's really appreciated. Helps me out a ton. All right, so you, my friend, I don't think you're in the risk today. Yeah, that's outside of your area. So today you're good. Tomorrow, actually, you're good. But going into the day after tomorrow, so obviously today, let's see, what's today? Thursday, right? Let me see. My thing will even... There we go. Okay, so yeah, today's Thursday. So Thursday, and we go with Friday, which is tomorrow, which we have the big slight risk here. Then going into Saturday. So Saturday, you do actually have a little risk here for severe weather. It is a marginal risk, which is the lowest in severe weather risk, but you're still in the risk area. You should keep an eye on it. Given that this is 3 days out for you, there is no exact breakdown, on the exact tornado probability, the exact hail probability, and damaging winds. So that can't be said yet. But as of right now, the Storm Prediction Center does have you in a risk for severe weather on Saturday. So keep an eye out there for that. As of now, it seems not to be anything super significant, but, there's going to be that chance. Likely gusty winds being the main concern. Let's see here. I know you're busy, but has the SPC said anything about Sunday? I don't think we have anything going on for Sunday. We go to the day 4. Yeah, so there's nothing on Sunday's risk here. If SPC does obviously show something here soon, then obviously, yeah, we'll go over it, but right now you're good. Yeah, you're fine. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Joplin says, so batten down the hatches in southeast Kansas. Southeast Kansas is under a little bit of a risk here for today. The more farther southeast you go, the greater the risk is. Now, it's not going to be any, significant tornado outbreak or anything like that for you. No, it's tornado-wise here, there's only a little sliver of 2% chance here for today, including like Fort Scott, Independence, Pittsburgh area, little 2% chance. There could be maybe an isolated tornado, but the odds are pretty low, but, still keep an eye on it. Main thing is damaging winds here. We do have that 15% wind threat here for the far southeastern corner here of Kansas, but it does extend a little bit further with that 5% here all the way up to Topeka and Wichita. We do have that 5% chance for damaging winds for today. And then lastly, hail threat, far southeastern Kansas, we do have a 5% chance. So basically today we could see an isolated tornado or two. Unlikely for you, but it's possible. Damaging wind gusts, mostly upwards of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be possible. And then lastly, in terms of hail, between 1 to 2 inches in diameter hail possible. So, main concern, honestly, is going to be the damaging winds. But all hazards are actually possible today, so we'll keep an eye on it. What do the models look like for today for the ongoing storms? Well, I'm glad you asked because we are actually going to hop over to the models now and we'll show you. So let's bring up the HRRR here. Here, I'm going to hop you guys over here to this page. So let's do add layer. Actually, you know what? Real model. We'll do the sub hourly. Actually, let's do that. Then we'll go to precipitation. Then we'll do reflectivity here. There we go. So you can kind of see where we're at. Time, you can see in the bottom left here. So it says 7 a.m. Eastern. So we work our way down in time. You can see this pretty nasty little line actually develops here, which is definitely quite nasty. That actually has it rolling through. What is this? This is literally like right about now, essentially. So it rolls through Oklahoma City here, which it's doing now, and it heads up there towards Tulsa. It'll be passing Tulsa about 10, 11 a.m. or so. And of course, continuing eastward, you can see, if you play this in motion, you can actually see this low that's kicking up here towards the central plain. So if we hop over here, I don't think that sub-hourly has pressure, so we're going to have to switch this up to the normal HRRR run here. Same model, just split split every hour instead of every 15 minutes. So now we can add actually the pressure here. So we'll do MSLP. So yeah, we do have that pressure, that low pressure that's really starting to kick up at this point here in time. Here, let's make this white so you can see those lines here. We'll make them a little bit thicker too, so y'all can see the ISO bars there. So yeah, we do have that low. You can see that's really kicking up over there by Kansas right now, which that's going to be working its way northeast here. And as it does, of course, we're going to be bringing down some cooler air from up north and bringing up some warmer air from down south here. So, everything says, okay, thanks, you're the best. Yeah, no problem. You're very welcome. A little rotation west of Oklahoma City. Really? All right, we'll look at that here in a second. Let's see. Joplin, thank you, dude, for the 5. I appreciate it, man. Joplin, you rock, man. Thank you for that. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, Free Thinking, as well as Joplin. You guys rock, dude. Thank you all for the support. It definitely means a lot to me, and it really helps out. All right, well, let's go take a look here at the rotation that you were talking about here. Let's see. You said west of Oklahoma City? Is that what you said? Okay, see. Here, let's actually play that in motion here. I mean, I don't know if I just not seeing it, but to me it looks like a lot of straight line winds here. Let's see here. Yeah, to me it just mostly looks like straight line winds. Let me make sure I'm on the lowest. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Oklahoma City's definitely about to get it pretty good here. They're right on the they're right on it here. You know what? Let me actually see if we have any cameras here. I think Oklahoma, I don't remember if Oklahoma had those cameras available or not. Maybe. See, the village area in Oklahoma City. Why? Wait, hold on a minute. We'll do that. Why does this bring... I looked up cameras and it's bringing me up some PDF file. It's like, what? All right, you know what? Probably not. But anyways. But yeah, so like I said, they're definitely getting it pretty good. But yeah, just a heads up towards Oklahoma City, everybody. Just wanted to let you guys know that we got that going on here. Definitely got some pretty strong winds coming in here. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we'll definitely keep a close eye on this line here. But anyway, so hopping back here over to the one program here. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys here. So obviously we went over today. So tomorrow, we're actually going to have an even bigger day here. Because tomorrow, we actually have a pretty good sized slight risk here. I mean, we have another 5% chance for tornadoes tomorrow, which you can see in Louisiana. We have a lot of areas in yellow here, just north of New Orleans for the most part. It does include Baton Rouge, almost for Lake Charles, just outside of Shreveport here. Monroe is included. So, pretty good chunk of Louisiana is in the level 2 severe weather threat for tomorrow. And you can see also that extends into a lot of Mississippi. I mean, we have a lot of areas in Mississippi, like Yazoo City, Jackson, Hattiesburg. You guys are inside of the level 2 threat for tomorrow as well. Then, of course, we go into Alabama, which we have Birmingham. Birmingham's in the level 2 threat tomorrow as well. Florence is 2. Huntsville is almost in the level 2 threat here. And of course we have Montgomery in a level 1 threat for tomorrow, but still a risk for severe weather. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be by far the main concern here. Now, tornado-wise, here is our threat level. So we have a 5% tornado risk here at the Brown, where we could see, a couple tornadoes being possible here. A couple spin-up tornadoes is to be expected potentially here for tomorrow, which we'll need to look out for. But that includes, once again, the areas in Brown. That's a 5% chance of having a tornado within a 25-mile radius of a given area. So say, for example, Jackson. So say you live right in the middle of Jackson. So within a 25-mile radius around you, there is a 5% chance of a tornado dropping in that area. So that's how that works here, essentially. And of course, the green here, that's a 2% chance, a little bit lower probability, but still, the same way. It works the same way, within a 25-mile radius of a given area. Like Memphis here, we have a 2% chance for tomorrow. So collectively, as a whole, for a lot of these areas here, for all the areas in the 2%, all the areas in 5%, the probability of having a tornado tomorrow is pretty good. It is pretty good, just given collectively the overall risk here. But, for one given area, it ranges, essentially. Let's see, will Dallas get any tornadoes or bad storms from the storm today? So Dallas, if you hop over here to today, we're actually not in any tornado threat. Matter of fact, we're not in any severe weather threat for today for Dallas. So we're good. So today we're good. I mean, even tomorrow we're good. Dallas will actually be pretty good for the most part. We could see a couple storms, of course, given that we are in a general thunderstorm risk. But yeah, anything severe we're not really going to be seeing here for today for Dallas, more than likely. Anyways, so, but yeah, hopping back to tomorrow here. I mean, now we work our way into the wind threat. We have a pretty big 15% risk here for damaging winds. So we have a 15% wind threat here, where we could be seeing some damaging winds here between 60, 70 miles an hour here. So we'll have to look out for that. Straight line damaging winds probably is going to be one of the main concerns here. So we'll need to look out for that. Then, of course, 15% chance here for the yellow, 5% chance here for the brown. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that here overall. So that's another threat. So not only on top of the tornado threat we have the damaging wind threat here as well. And then, of course, we go into the hail threat side of things here. We do have a 5% chance for hail, which that includes pretty much the entire state of Louisiana here. Lower Arkansas, central southern Mississippi, southwestern Alabama, and a little bit of like eastern Texas here, where we do have a 5% chance for hail, which, we could see maybe an isolated hail event upwards of 1 to 2 inches in diameter. It's going to be possible. What about Tennessee? Well, Tennessee here, for the risk here tomorrow, we do actually have a risk for a pretty good majority of Tennessee, as you can see here. The dark green here marks that level 1 severe weather threat. So the scale goes from 1 to 5. So the lower the number, the least amount of concern there is for severe weather. But regardless of what level, it's still a risk for damaging storms, right? So you're in a level 1, which is the lowest risk possible, but it's not something to ignore, given that that is a severe weather risk here overall. So it is something we need to look out for, but that does include the majority of Tennessee, except for far eastern Tennessee, outside of areas like Knoxville, Johnson City, some of those areas here. But Chattanooga, Nashville, Memphis, Clarksville, some of those areas here is in the risk here for tomorrow for severe weather here. Now, tornado-wise, that does include a 2% chance for tornadoes, so we could have an isolated tornado or two across Tennessee here for tomorrow. Damaging winds, we have a 5% chance out here for damaging wind gusts. Possibly seeing some gusty winds here upwards of, upwards of 60, maybe at most upwards of 70 miles an hour. But yeah, it's a pretty low risk here for now, and there is no hail threat for Tennessee tomorrow. So, I mean, while there could be some small hail within some of these storms here, we're not expecting any large, severe hail, essentially. So, let's see here. Tomorrow is mostly unsolved in models, but still quite a riddle of a setup. Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite interesting tomorrow to see how it plays out. Let's see here. Is something causing the system to lose steam before it gets closer to the Carolina coast? I think it's going to be thinning out on instability for the most part, the fuel for these storms. It seems like, the further we go into it, the more, the less amount of instability there is, the further east we go. I can actually pull up the models and show you that real quickly. So if we hop back over here to the HRRR, we take a look at, let's see, thermodynamics, mixed layer cape here. So this is the fuel in the atmosphere you guys can kind of see here. So as we work our way down in time here, which you guys can see the time in the bottom left here, you can see. So this is for later on this evening. You can see at this point in time, we do have a pretty decent amount of instability. I mean, working up towards the Midwest here into the south. And of course, as we go further east, I probably should use a different model. We'll try NAM because it goes a little bit further down in time. As we go further down, you can see that a lot of the instability kind of gets knocked out. So most of the fuel for the storms is over the next couple of days, over between today and tomorrow, and some of the day after on Saturday. So that is that. But yeah, a lot of the instability does fade out. By the time that the cold front does eventually work its way to the far east here. So, anyways, J. Ross says, I'm here in Chattanooga. Well, be careful, dude. Yeah, we do have a level 1 tomorrow for Chattanooga. Let's actually hop back over here. So, yeah, out there by Chattanooga, we do have a marginal risk here for tomorrow, which that includes that 2% chance for tornadoes. Let's see here, that 5% chance for damaging winds, and, of course, actually, we're like I said, we're not in a hail threat for tomorrow either, so we're doing pretty well. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it tomorrow. But with that being said, everybody, like I said, today we do need to keep an eye out there for the severe weather as well. As of course, like I said, we do have a level 2 threat here for today now, recently introduced here from the Storm Prediction Center, which includes Oklahoma City, Tulsa, going all the way up to Joplin, Missouri, even. You know what? I got some breaking news coming in for you guys. Apparently, just west of Oklahoma City a few moments ago, we reported 60-mile-an-hour winds here at 13:05 UTC. So this was roughly about 17 minutes ago. So 17 minutes ago, we had a report of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here just west of Oklahoma City. Also have a little bit of a hail report, that's been reported here recently as well. Not anything severe on the hail side of things. 0.75, that's penny hail. That's not considered severe. To be classified as severe, the hail needs to be quarter size or greater. So, but yeah, given that that's 0.75, that's just below the severe threshold here. Warning is still in effect. Slowed down a little bit in movement. It was going 70 miles an hour. The storm was moving at 70, which is pretty crazy. Let's see here. Now we're moving at 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now we're having 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, moving at 60 as well. So, good morning, Monster. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. But anyway, so yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Let's hop over to velocity real quickly. See what's going on here. Yeah, we do need to watch these storms here, this line especially because, like I said, the environment is capable of tornadoes here this morning. Given that we do have that 5% risk here. Here, let me hop you guys back over here to this program. So that's where they're at. That's where the risk is here right now. You can see where the radar overlays at. So, yeah, the line right now is starting to go through the level 2 threat of severe weather threat today. So we are in an active risk currently too. Kind of like April 28th last year. Not the exact same, but similar background conditions causes a boom or bust setup. Yeah. Honestly, one thing about me is I'm terrible at remembering these events here. A lot of people can remember days worth of severe weather. To me, I just take it a day at a time, and it's like, unless it's like super significant, it's hard for me to remember those events. I mean, if it's like a really crazy event, like December 10th of 21, I think it was, where we covered that system, that was something else. That was definitely something else. But yeah, I mean, these smaller events, I can't remember like you can. But anyways, so we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that today. I'm really concerned about tomorrow, though. Just given its size, essentially. It's a pretty similar threat tomorrow as it is today. The only thing is that tomorrow is obviously a lot bigger of area, at least in the level 2 threat. I think today has a bigger marginal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's pretty close. But yeah, tomorrow has a bigger level 2 threat. So tomorrow is going to be the main concern here. All right, so let's see here. But yeah, once again, we have a big old 5% chance for tornadoes in the brown tomorrow, which that includes Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. That's where the main tornado threat is going to be for tomorrow. Then, of course, here we do have that 15% chance out there for damaging winds here in the yellow, which is, potential gusts between 60 and 70 miles an hour. And then, of course, lastly, we do have a 5% hail threat here down south where, we could see some hail quarter size or greater potentially. But I wouldn't say any greater than 1.5, 2 inches. It wouldn't be likely any bigger than that. April 20 was that moderate in the North Midwest. Really? Now that you say that, I remember last April 2nd, my birthday. I remember that we had that high risk on my birthday. I literally just remembered that. I don't remember if that event was... Did that event really get bad? I mean, was it like super significant? I forgot how that event played out, to be honest with you. But yeah, that literally made me remember last April 2nd we had that high risk there, that was pretty crazy actually. What's up, Calvin? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. But anyways, guys, if y'all have any zip codes or anything like that you want me to look up, I'll be more than happy to. Just to kind of let you guys know what threat you're in for today, and tomorrow, of course. Between today and tomorrow, we are active in severe weather world. So we'll definitely be popping in here quite frequently today and tomorrow, just to keep you guys up to date with everything. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do full on coverage here. We'll be doing like a lot of coverage tomorrow, and today. Given today's mostly a marginal, I don't know if we're going to do much coverage today. I'll go live again later this evening, of course, to talk about tomorrow's event. That's that's going to be a certain. That's something I am definitely going to be doing here. But for today, full on coverage, not too sure. I mean, the event's already going on now. Yeah, essentially. Like I said, we're already having some storms go through. Actually, Oklahoma City right now is getting hit. They're kind of actually pulling out of the worst of it here. But they're definitely they're definitely feeling it. Is there a threat for severe weather tomorrow in Houston, Texas, where I live? Good question. Well, Houston's actually going to be pretty good, actually. If we hop back over here to the risk here. So Houston, yeah, today we're good. We don't have any thunderstorm risk even, so we're doing pretty well. Tomorrow, believe it or not, we do actually have a little bit of a risk for severe weather. We do have a marginal level 1 threat. So a couple of severe storms will be possible for tomorrow, which tornado-wise, we barely are in that 2% chance, but, an isolated tornado or two, can't be ruled out, essentially. Let's see here. Damaging wind threat. We have a 5% chance for damaging wind gusts. Potential gusts upwards of like 60 miles an hour could be possible within some of the severe storms. And then, of course, hail threat. We do have a 5% chance out there for hail as well. So between that, 2% chance for tornadoes tomorrow. 2% tornado threat tomorrow. 5% wind threat tomorrow. And then, of course, lastly, a 5% hail threat tomorrow as well. So it is a triple threat, but remember, it is low end severe weather risk, but still, it is a risk for severe weather potential for damaging storms. So. Let's see, April 2nd was really bad. Yeah, it was. I remember we had that high risk. I just didn't remember how it played out. All right, y'all. We got a new extension, severe thunderstorm warning here for the Oklahoma City area. Now includes Stillwater and Chandler. We are now in a severe thunderstorm warning here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny hail on that one. They did not include any tornado possible tags or anything like that. So there is no tornado possible tags. But still is quite a kicking storm here. This is actually tracking towards Tulsa. Like I said, it'll be right around Tulsa. What do we say, around 10 o'clock or so? Which let me actually bring up here real fast. We'll do that. We'll go back here. Precipitation. We should probably switch over to the HRRR. That'd probably be better. All right, HRRR here. Go there. Precipitation. We'll do that. Should be pretty good. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like that that line will be passing through probably between 10 and 11 or so out there by Tulsa. It's amazing how severe weather events happen in the winter, especially with temperature is warm. Yeah, I mean, what happens is, you get a low that develops, low pressure system, right? And they spin counterclockwise, and it basically pulls up warm air from the deep south, and it drags down cold air from up north. And, the difference in the temperatures, between the two air masses don't like each other very much. There's a huge, huge temperature gradient over a short distance. And that can actually create a lot of instability, given just the temperature differential there. So, that's why we're having these severe weather, is because of this low that's kind of stirring up the atmosphere, dragging up the warm air, bringing down the cold air. And then those two mixing, can really make things go boom. So that is, we got a tornado warning, you guys. Oh, buddy. All right. Hold on a minute. We gotta take a look at that. Oh, man. That's for Purcell, Oklahoma, and Etowah. Also Macomb. Tornado warning now in effect here. Oh, yeah, there it is. So there's the rotation. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that just kind of started spinning up here recently. Hold on a minute, y'all. So there was that tight rotation right there. Next frame is right here. There's a slight drop in correlation here. I don't know. It's not enough for me to call it a confirmed tornado, but it very well could be. So yeah, once again, Purcell, Lexington, and Etowah in Oklahoma. You guys are now under a tornado warning there. So that is brand new. When does that expire? It expires at 8 a.m. Central. So we have about 28 minutes on that thing. 28 minutes. So it's just a bit of a heads up to my folks out there. So I'm saying, dude, we got to watch this line today. Because it definitely will be capable of tornadoes and stuff. Got another 60-mile-an-hour wind report out here, out by eastern Oklahoma City. Kind of just north of Smith Village here. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Mesonet reported that here at 13 minutes ago. See the little guy there? Yeah, it seems like tight, small rotation we got going on here. Here, let me make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see that maybe a little bit better. So you can see in the previous frame that rotation just west of Purcell. And of course, the latest frame here has it kind of out by Lexington. You know what? I think that's confirmed, you guys. I'm pretty sure, y'all, that might... Yep. You know what? This thing, I believe, is now a confirmed tornado. Reason being is correlation coefficient. You can see that drop right here. There's your rotation. There's a drop there. There's a debris signature. So that officially makes this tornado on the ground. So that is a active tornado. They also did add a new severe thunderstorm warning here for Holdenville, Shawnee, Wewoka, Pauls Valley. Moving northeast at 70. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, Penny Hill. Let's see here. Just popped in. What's my thoughts for Ohio? Well, welcome. So, in Ohio here, we really don't have much of a threat going on. For today, we actually do have the level 1 threat goes all the way to Indiana, actually. But Ohio's in a general thunderstorm threat, so not anything severe per day, or per se, for today. Day 2 here for tomorrow. We do not have any risk here also for Ohio. So I don't think we're going to have any severe weather per se in Ohio tomorrow, or really the next 3 days. But can't rule out some storms, though. Cannot rule out some storms. But once again, everybody, if you're just now tuning in here, we have a tornado warning now in effect for central Oklahoma. And I do believe this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here. According to the Weather Service, it's still a radar indicated threat. But the reason I do say that is because you can see the last 2 frames there. It looks like we've had some debris possibly popping up here. That is north of Lexington, Oklahoma right now. So if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up, give them a call. Let them know there's a tornado. Oh, there it goes. Yep, caught it. I knew it was. There we go. So now we have a confirmed tornado there. Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. There you go. All right, everybody. So now we have a confirmed tornado from the Weather Service. Like I said, I figured it was, given that debris signature we had there, but oh my goodness. Definitely so I'm saying they just really pop out of nowhere, man. You got to really watch it. You got to keep a close eye on this morning here. And you got to think, a lot of people over here are probably still asleep too, so not very good. But this is heading towards, directly actually at Etowah, Oklahoma. This is heading right towards Etowah. So heads up to you guys out there in Etowah. The storm is approaching. And once again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here now. So definitely got to watch out for that. All right, let's see here. What if I bring this back up? Actually, we'll hop back over to this frame here. Let's see here. Awesome, thank you. Not often question get answered. And let's see, what's the time zone? Hopefully they're in a safe spot. Yeah, so they're in the central time zone where the tornado warning's at. That's what I'm saying. So right now it's 7:37 central time. And that's what's kind of got me worried, is that there's still usually a lot of people asleep at around 7 o'clock. So, so hopefully everybody's getting to their shelter. It's why I can't stress it enough. It's why it's really important that you have like a weather radio or something that can scream at you whenever there is a warning that gets issued. It's very important. Very important. But once again, everybody, confirmed tornado. Oh, we got a new tornado warning to the north of that now. Just popped up, literally just now, including Pink, Bethel Acres, and Dale, Oklahoma. I think they're warning this area right here. Nothing on CC right now, but it is a new tornado warning here. So we now have 2 active tornadoes. Or sorry, not 2 active tornadoes. 2 active tornado warnings. One is confirmed to be active. Still kind of see where some of that debris likely is. But yeah, new warning up for Pink, Bethel Acres, and Dale. Scary thing is that tomorrow, if it pans out, will also be an evening thing. Yeah, we'll definitely need to keep an eye out there for tomorrow. I think I'm going to stream a lot tomorrow. Honestly, we'll be giving you guys a lot of coverage tomorrow. I'm planning for it. I want to be here a lot tomorrow, given the magnitude, the scale of things here. So, see, kids as well. I just got mine on the bus. Hopefully, it's not terrible tornado. It's just in the field. Yeah, hopefully. Given that what we saw on the radar there, we do see that there is. There you go. Yeah, we do see there is confirmation of debris, which that's exactly what correlation coefficient is showing us here. It's showing us that the objects that the radar is scanning in this particular area looks different than a normal raindrop. So, for example, a lot of this kind of maroonish color, this is telling us that these objects look relatively similar to one another. These raindrops look pretty similar. But then you have a little spike right here, which tells us, wait a minute, that looks a little different than rain. And that's what CC is pulling up here. That's what correlation coefficient is showing us. Free Thinking says, "See, you're so good at catching those tornadoes, Andrew. I remember last year you were really the only one I seen catch a tornado on the ground. You were kind of upset nobody's seen it, but you. It happens. I hate to say it happens more often than you think. I've seen it happen a good probably half a dozen times where, there was a confirmed tornado. In this case, the Weather Service had it. But there has been times where there has been confirmed tornadoes on the ground for at least 10 minutes, and Weather Service has not picked up on it. It's happened more than I'd like to admit. That's why it's really important to have, your eyes out there and constantly scanning things, But so once again, everybody, confirmed tornado in effect, or tornado warning, I should say, in effect here. Let's get radar confirmed. Going up there towards Etowah in Macomb, which this is in central Oklahoma. Like I said, just here a few moments ago, we did get a new tornado warning in effect here north of that for Pink, for Dale, as well as Bethel Acres. So just a shout out to our folks out there. If you know anybody out there, just give them a heads up, let them know. We got another tornado warning in effect here. Like I said, we got to really watch this line. And, the bad thing is, like I said, is the timing of all this. We have, this is pretty early in the morning, right? We're like I said, we're literally 7:42 in the morning right now for these guys, which is fairly early. So, yeah, they're definitely going to be, or it's definitely pretty early, I should say. We can't forget about the severe thunderstorm warnings too. Those are pretty big. They do include a lot of areas like Stillwater, Chandler, Holdenville, Pauls Valley, Wewoka. This is up here in Oklahoma. These are for 60-mile-an-hour winds. So on top of it, we could actually see possibly even some straight line damaging winds here too. So remember, this is not just exclusively a tornado threat. It's a threat for all hazards. Tornadoes, hail, damaging winds here. But yeah, we do also have that 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, severe thunderstorm warning in effect there for those areas. So at this point in time, Oklahoma City's good. As you can see, OKC is over here. So there's Oklahoma City. The main line is now past you guys. So Oklahoma City's good at this point because now the cooler air mass is starting to infiltrate, starting to take over the region. At first, you have that northerly air, that warm air before the system. That air that pulls it vects north, and then of course you get the cooler air coming on the backside, which really can make things a little unstable, which is what we're exactly seeing here. Let's see here. Carrot says, I think I spotted a tornado an hour or so earlier with correlation coefficient velocities and precip matching. One of those brief ones in the middle of nowhere, thankfully. That's good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These things can pop up pretty quickly, which is why we need to be constantly monitoring things here. Let's look back at velocity. You can see that spin up right there. I don't know if you saw it. Watch over here by Purcell. You can see right there. That brief spin up there that popped up, that's what got that confirmed tornado there. Here, I'll go ahead and pause it so you guys can kind of see it. So there's that rotation right there. That couplet kind of came together there. You can see your inbound winds coming towards the radar, your outbound winds going away from radar. You can see they kind of merged there. We get some rotation. Drops the tornado by Purcell. And then at this point in time, there very well could still be a tornado on the ground here. Free Thinking said, stay safe, everyone. I'll check in tomorrow, Andrew, to see if anything changes. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I just want to go ahead and say once again, thank you, Free Thinking, for For the donation and everything. That was really, really, really sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Glad to see somebody's covered these tornadoes. Yep. Yeah, this turned into just kind of me updating you guys on tomorrow's threat to realizing that we have a pretty active threat going on right now. Matter of fact. Ooh. Let's look back at that road. Ooh, wow, look at that. That northern tornado warning out there. Once again, this is southeast of Oklahoma City, including Pink, Bethel Acres, and Dale. This tornado warning here. Look at that rotation out there. Don't see any debris signature as of right now. Like I said, debris signature or not, we still got to be in our shelter. I don't care if tornado says radar indicated or confirmed. You need to treat them both equally. You need to be in your shelter regardless. Don't wait till it goes confirmed. That's not a smart thing to do. Just be sure you get to your shelter ASAP. And if you don't know where to go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you have a storm shelter or basement, that would be a good place to go. But if not, then pick the center lowest portion of your home. If you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer. Go find a sturdier structure. Trailers are not good places to be riding out tornadoes. They will offer you little to no protection. So go find somewhere sturdier if you could. Let's see here. But if you guys have any questions during this, please do not hesitate to ask. Our goal here is to keep you guys informed, weather aware. Make sure you guys are staying prepared. And let me actually bring this up again for you guys here real quickly. So this is today's risk here from the Storm Prediction Center. We have a level 2 threat. You can see here in the yellow. So this includes obviously Oklahoma. A little bit of actually southwest Missouri from Joplin. So it includes Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Joplin, and a level 2 threat for today. 5% tornado threat here is what we're kind of looking at right now. This is today's main concern. But you can see today, over the Midwest here, a lot of Missouri, Arkansas. We could even have a couple of other isolated pop-up tornadoes or so. So we'll need to look out for that too. But, it's not just a tornado threat either. We do have that non-significant wind threat. That 15% wind risk here in the yellow, 5% brown, capable of damaging wind gusts here between 60 and 70 miles an hour could be possible for today. And lastly, of course, we have a pretty marginal hail threat here, level 1, 5% chance for hail, where we could see, just a little bit of smaller hail could be possible for today. Anyways, back to radar here. So if you were just tuning in here, we have 2 active tornado warnings in effect. One of them is actually confirmed. We have a tornado warning confirmed out by Etowah. Macomb includes as well. So be sure you guys are in your safe spot. This is going to be in effect here until, 8 o'clock, I believe. So we still have about 12 minutes left. Let's see here. The northern tornado warning is close to radar too. People could probably see a walk-off. So maybe Mother Nature is so beautiful, even when she's not happy. I respect Mother Nature so much. Oh yeah, for sure, it is. It's on the ground now. Oh, is it? Ooh, yeah. You know what? That's it. Yep. So that now marks the second confirmed tornado warning here. Let's see here. Yep, so you can see where that rotation was here if we play this back. So this is out by Pink, which is southeast of Oklahoma City. So there's Oklahoma City up here. So you can see where that rotation is. And then right under that, you can see this right here. That's your that's some debris. Yep, there it goes. Yep, good eye, dude. Honestly. So now we have 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground here. Once again, this is out just slightly southeast of Oklahoma City. Not by far. Which, like I said, just make sure you guys are in your safe spots out here. If you know anybody out there, Dale, Bethel Acres, Pink, Macomb, and Etowah, Oklahoma. Those areas need to be in their safe spots right now. Because not one, but two confirmed tornadoes here. Let's see here, but yeah, we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. And once again, also on top of the tornado threat here, we do have likely some damaging winds going on here too. We have had multiple reports pop up over the last hour of damaging winds here in excess of 60 miles an hour, or right around 60 miles an hour. So line is likely producing quite some strong winds as well. This would be a great time for my folks out by Tulsa, or any area really ahead of the cold front, or this line here. Now would be a great time to bring in any loose objects. If you have anything outside that could easily get blown around in the wind, would definitely recommend that you guys bring in any loose objects. Because that's the thing, is that could become airborne. Not only do you risk losing outdoor objects and stuff, but also it could become a hazard in itself. Let's see. Mindy says getting active. It sure is. Yep, it is definitely getting pretty active out there. Like I said, we got to really watch these guys because they can pop up pretty quick. Yeah, you can still kind of see where that rotation is, just northeast of Etowah. And of course, we have pink Bethel Acres and Dale here too, to the north, which we got to watch out for. There's that rotation right there. And if you guys are just tuning in, if you're wondering where this is at, this is here in Oklahoma State here. This is for central Oklahoma, which here's Oklahoma City. Southeast of Oklahoma City will bring you to these warnings here, including pink, Bethel Acres, and Dale. It's the first confirmed tornado warning there. And then the second one we have Etowah and Macomb. So if you got any family, any friends out there, anybody really, call them up, let them know. Make sure that they're in their safe spot. So yeah, we'll definitely be watching this here. We'll keep you guys up to date here. Like I said, tomorrow we'll definitely be doing a lot of coverage here on the big slight risk that we have. Which tomorrow it'll definitely be needed. So we'll be sure to be here for that. All right, let's hop back over here to correlation coefficient. See if we have any new debris scans here. Yeah, so there was that one debris scan you guys could see there. This is where it was confirmed. Radar confirmed tornado. And then earlier on, you can see that other debris signature there. So that was the first tornado there. And of course, we had the second tornado there. Quite active this morning, you could say. Also, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Beggs and Okmulgee. I'm not too sure how you say that one. But 60 mile an hour wind gust, quarter hail on that one too. Yeah, the hail size is actually increasing per these warnings here. I mean, they were just at winds, and then they went to penny size, and now this one's a quarter size. Which, we'll remind you guys, we do have a little bit of a hail threat for today. It's kind of a discrete cell in front of this line here, you guys can see. It's right out there by Bearden right now. So the main line is west of that. So yeah, we do have a few prefrontals popping off right now. Which, I mean, yeah, if we look at the reflectivity, you can actually see all that pink there. That's telling us that radar is picking up some high dBz here, which we're at around 66, 67 dBz, which is pretty high echoes. Yeah, it's pretty high echoes coming back to radar here. I'm sure it even shows up on radar too if I go, or sorry, correlation 2. Yeah, you can see right here there's a bit of refraction stuff going on here. So we gotta watch out for that too. All right, so these tornado warnings should expire here not too much longer, especially the first one here. This one expires at 8 a.m. Central Time, so in 5 minutes, the tornado warning for Macomb and Etowah will be pulled by Dale here. Oh, did my program crash on me? No? Maybe? Oh, man. Here, we're going to have to hop over to this program then. We'll turn on those. There you go. So now, it's always good to have a backup. So yeah, this one expires in 19 minutes. This one expires in 4 minutes. So make sure you guys in Dale, Oklahoma, you guys are in your shelters here. Yeah, not too much longer on that first one there. Here, let me restart my GR2. Bring that one back up here. We'll hop on back over here to Oklahoma. But you guys got to remember too. I mean, we gotta keep a close eye. We got to keep a close eye on this line too, because new ones can pop up pretty quick as well. Ooh, what is that? I don't know if anything's starting to pop up down here. Let's see, your team says both definitely have lifted, so it's a little calmer for now. I mean, the warnings are still there. They could have lifted, yeah. But, you know, as long as those polygons are still there, we still need everybody in their shelters. You know, because I mean, these systems can, or these tornadoes can recycle pretty quickly too. Yeah, they could recycle. Oh, speaking of, actually, we got a new extension warning for the Etowah tornado warning here. This includes Shawnee and Johnson now. So if you know anybody out there in Shawnee or Johnson, Oklahoma, heads up to you guys now. Also Bethel Acres in that tornado warning now. So they did extend that. Here, let's hop back to velocity here. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing on CC right now, but don't let it fool you. You know, they're quick at coming back too. They can. I'm not saying they 100% will, but it could. Weather Service they want to be safe, so they issued a new warning. Do I think that the outlooks will expand out more? Well, we just recently got a new outlook. Literally within like the last hour. So I don't think, I mean, as of right now, the Weather Service has the area where they think it's going to be. I think where everything's at right now is good. Actually, you know what I just noticed? We got a new warning up north for Pawnee and what does this include? Pawhuska. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Pawhuska, Pawnee is now under a severe warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter hail. Alright, we're about to lose the tornado warning for Etowah. That one's about to expire here in a few moments. Still got that tornado warning in effect for Dale. Once again, everybody, this is southeast of Oklahoma City here, if you're all wondering where this is at. Yeah, no CC on that run right now. Yeah, we obviously still got to watch the one out by Bethel Acres and Shawnee. Okay, they just canceled that one for Etowah. Honestly, can't remember the times they update them. I believe it's every 6 hours for day 1. Day 2, I think it's every 6 hours as well, if I'm not mistaken. And day 3, I think they update it twice a day, every 12 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I remembered it. But like I said, everybody, if y'all have any questions, any comments, anything like that, don't hesitate to ask. We'll be here to help you guys. That's the whole point of the channel, is to keep you guys up to date with everything, keep y'all weather aware, and once again, everybody, if you know anybody out here, just give them a heads up. Let them know what's going on here this morning. Not a lot of people would know, what's going on here. Especially given this early, it's 8 a.m. now over there. Still probably quite a bit of people asleep. All right, let's hop back to the risk here for today. I want to go show you guys here once again what we're dealing with here. So, like I said previously, we have a level 2 threat for today, which you can see the yellow area. So that's the main threat for today, which includes areas like Oklahoma City, Tulsa, goes up there by Joplin. So that's a level 2 threat, which includes that 5% chance for tornadoes between Tulsa and Norman. So, a couple spin-up tornadoes cannot be ruled out here. And then, of course, over here at the wind threat, we have a 15% risk here for the yellow, which that actually extends all the way up to Joplin, where we could see some damaging winds here in excess of 60 miles an hour. A couple isolated gusts upwards of 70 is possible, too. We can't rule that out. And then lastly, hail threat, we have a little 5% chance out here for hail between Oklahoma, Texas, a little bit of Kansas, Arkansas. See, 5% upgrade was a fair choice, it seems. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I mean, it's already kind of materialized, if you ask me. But anyways. But once again, Shawnee, Johnson, and Tecumseh, wait, that's not how you say that. How do you some of these, man, I don't even know how you pronounce, man. Oklahoma has some pretty interesting town names, city names. But yeah, Shawnee and Bethel Acres, Johnson. Make sure you guys are in your shelter. We have a tornado warning in effect for you guys. Oh, you know what? They just extended. Hold on a minute. They just extended the tornado warning for Johnson. And was that Prague? And Dale. Is radar confirmed? So we got to look out for that too. So that is a new extension there. Still actually keeping that that confirmed tag, which is interesting. But like I said, I mean, confirmed tornado or not, we still need you guys in your safe spots. Actually got a quarter-size hail report out by Cromwell. So Cromwell, we now have a quarter-size hail that's been reported out there. Let's see here. That was from an emergency manager. Yeah, those prefrontals that we have here. These guys, you got to watch those. Those could be a bit of some hail makers here. Hey, Matt, are you in the risk area? If so, be careful. That goes to all of you guys out there. If y'all are in this region, be sure to be careful out there. Keep an eye on the weather. That's what I'm saying. It's real important that you guys be sure you have a way to receive warnings. Like weather radio or something. That's really really important. They just discontinued the warning for Bethel Acres, and however you guys can see how you pronounce. I'm not even gonna begin to pronounce that one. That one's a little difficult. Oh man, some of these are a little tricky. But yeah, still in effect for Shawnee, Johnson, Prague, Dale. Also, what is that? Meeker? Yeah, Meeker's in there too. This is all in Oklahoma. Good morning, Masters Word. Good to see ya. Yeah, I mean, this thing's turned into a pretty nice little line here. Yeah, we'll hop back over here real quickly. The main, so you can see right here where the line is in correlation to the slight risk here for today. So we're kind of underway of the most active part of the. Surprisingly, it's actually morning time where the most active severe weather is going to be today. But later on this evening, though, and today you can see, I mean, that we have a pretty good size level 1 threat here too. So that goes all the way up to Indiana and Illinois, almost even Michigan there actually. Yeah, so it goes pretty far up north for today, a lot of the Midwest. But level 1 threat here in the dark green. Light green is a general thunderstorm threat where a couple booms of thunder is possible. Let's see here. They had a mesoscale discussion of wind gusts between 55 and 70. And peak hail size up to 1.25 inch. That's $half size hail. I believe the line will fall apart once it hits the afternoon in Missouri. Models kind of just have it a big blob essentially. Let me show you. So if I bring up the models here, you can see as we progress, just kind of a blob of storms. Not really one well-defined line. Later on this afternoon and evening here. I think it's most defined right now. And as we progress, I think it'll become less and less defined. But still, I mean, the severe weather risk is still going to be lingering. It's just not going to be as potent as it is this morning, per se. So once again, everybody, if you're just now tuning in, we have ourselves some tornado warnings in effect here. One for Shawnee. This is in Oklahoma, by the way. This is central Oklahoma for the cities of Shawnee, Dale, Johnson, and I think it's Prague. So just a bit of a heads up for you folks out there, which we have had confirmed tornadoes here. Actually just dropped the confirmed status on that one warning there. You guys can see. But all right, everybody. Well, I think I am probably gonna roll off here now. Like I said, I just wanted to go live. Actually, this stream was literally just supposed to be an update on tomorrow. I got some people coming over to work on my room here very soon, so I'm probably gonna roll off for now. I hate to do this. I'd like to stream the rest of this, but tomorrow I'm gonna be dedicating a lot of my day tomorrow to stream for you guys. So we'll be here for you guys tomorrow. So don't you worry. Y'all just be careful out there. Make sure you have a way to receive warnings. Highly recommended. Y'all just be careful out there. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave it a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, we got some people coming over here very soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll off for now. We'll come back here and later on this evening. We'll give you guys another update this evening. We'll update you guys on the storm and stuff like that. So, but anyways, everybody. Well, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hate to roll off here for now, but like I said, I kind of got to because get ready to have people working on here. So. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining, y'all. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See, great coverage. Thanks. Yep, no problem. You're very welcome. You're in Jinx, Oklahoma. Be careful out there, dude. But all right, everybody. Thanks for joining. You guys take care. Leave a like on your way out. It'd be greatly appreciated. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.